Tearing out pieces of me to replace the broken pieces of you. Tearing out.
Doug Baker, Director of Marketing for the Centennial Hospitality Group, which is the restaurant group and parent group of Wing Shack Wings. Wing Shack first opened in 2004 in a small little shack in Garden City, Colorado, which is a municipality of about 300 people. It was immediately successful. It was opened by a 20-year-old entrepreneur, and within a couple of years, he was able to get a second location open, fully self-financed. Since 2006, when that second location has grown, we've organically grown to 9 units across 7 different markets in the northern Colorado and southern Wyoming area. The original Wing Shack location opened in 2004. It was a runaway success. It's difficult to scale, especially when you get beyond 4 to 5 restaurants from our perspective, because it becomes a resource struggle. You don't know where to invest from an administrative standpoint, from a real estate standpoint, from a tech stack standpoint, because you're still working on such tight margins. And overall, it's been very good. We haven't had to rely heavily on outside capital to continue to grow our restaurant. And I think that's in large part due to the high standard we hold ourselves to from an operational standpoint. I will never forget when COVID first came around, how quickly we had complete change of protocols for curbside pickup, something we had never done before, that we basically put into place across 8 units in 1 week. And I think it speaks to, if a company can move as one organism, as one single entity, all the things you can achieve if everybody's on the same page. Around 2019, our whole leadership team was basically tired of our online ordering's functionality. It was very template-based, very cookie-cutter, and its functionality was just limited in what we wanted to do and the goals that we had. So we began searching in about late 2019, early 2020, when we stumbled upon a little company called Lunchbox. And I was blown away personally by the aesthetic of Lunchbox's marketing, of its outbound marketing, and its digital presence. And I was very impressed after we did a couple calls about its scrappy sort of upstart nature, which reminded me a lot of Wing Shacks, where you're doing more with less, and that more you're doing is more than the people that have the resources to do it. There's a certain energy that's contagious there. And so as we began to investigate Lunchbox's company, we found great evidence of great clients. Wings Over was a company that we modeled a lot of our online ordering menu off of. And ultimately it came down to the user experience Lunchbox was going to offer. Its UI is slick and affordable. It provided an app in which we have ownership of. It provided an online ordering channel in which we have complete ownership of. And it's allowed us to really trace the customer journey in ways that we weren't able to do with any other provider. We're really putting a heavy emphasis on our environment. We want to create an experience for you, both in-store and out. From an in-store perspective, we can always be better at serving our guests. That includes doing better table checks, offering more interesting menu items, better limited time offers. But from a digital perspective, which is key to our future growth, is we have to keep innovating and engaging with our guests online. Lunchbox's marketing suite gives us the ability to really have better conversations with our guests, whether that's through push notifications, text messages, SMS, email, social. It really does provide an omni-channel presence that we have lacked up until now, but that we plan on utilizing in full force moving forward. The customer journey. We've always had a robust marketing budget. We've always invested heavily. What we're able to do now is follow our customer journey from prospect to the very bottom of the funnel to purchase. Additionally, with Lunchbox, we built out our first loyalty program. It's one that I think really rewards our guests who have kept our lights on, who've been with us through thick and thin as we were figuring out how to get more units open, how we were figuring out how to, operate a brewery inside of a restaurant, who gave us that latitude to sort of play around, be creative, stay nimble. We were able to build out a loyalty program that really gives them the recognition that they deserve. Finally, the fact that we have such a beautiful UI, one that we can really be proud of, is I can't speak enough about. Since I think the pandemic sped things up from a digital perspective, if you have a online ordering experience that isn't clean and intuitive, it's similar to having a restaurant that's dirty. The bar has been set simply too high that, like, if you don't invest in your your online digital experience, you will be left behind and your reputation will be damaged. We see about 20% lift on first-party orders versus third-party, despite the channel it comes through. However, we see about a 40% lift on first-party orders that come through our app or our online ordering site, whether that's mobile or desktop, over third-party orders. So we're able to engineer our menu, I think, in a way that yields a higher ticket average, but we're also able to tie marketing measures, as I mentioned before, promotions, special offers, and push them to direct that we just can't in the third party. If you want Lunchbox's full suite, I would recommend anyone over 5 units that has any investment in how their marketing appears to both prospective guests and your current guests. I think Lunchbox is a great fit for you.